Hey everybody, Dr. Sanderson here. Welcome to COM 494. Some of you also might be in the graduate listing of this course, which is CMN 598. So whether you're undergraduate or graduate, glad to have you in the course. I'm really excited to get our course underway. So if you follow sports at all, you know that social media is a very relevant topic in sports and has been for the past, 6 or 7 years. We've seen athletes kind of become early adopters of social media. So if we go back to even the early days of blogging, Kurt Schilling, who has recently been fired by ESPN for some of the things he was saying on social media, was a very big blogger. Lance Armstrong, Shaquille O'Neal were very early adopters of Twitter and doing some really interesting things with fan activity and interaction there. So we've kind of seen that morph into now, if you remember from the Summer Olympics, NBC was putting content out via Snapchat. So we're seeing sports broadcasting now actually go to our mobile devices through social media. So Twitter was streaming NFL games last year. The NBA has put developmental league games on Facebook Live. So I think we're going to continue to see more and more sports broadcasting push to mobile, which is going to create some really interesting kind of issues in terms of how do you then keep people engaged who are actually at the game, which is something that a lot of sports organizations are struggling with. And also, if we look at from an operational standpoint, how do you make sure you have enough Wi-Fi to support the bandwidth of everyone who's wanting to use mobile while at the game? So we see social media playing a big role in terms of broadcast, a big role in terms of athletes' identity. We know athletes are now using social media to talk about things like social justice issues, and when they do that, that creates really interesting kind of implications for those who are running sports organizations, because sometimes sponsors don't like what athletes are saying, fans don't like what athletes are saying, and you have all those voices that come together on social media and can put pressure on organizations, to make decisions about, what they should say or not say to an athlete about what the athlete is saying on social media or the coach. So part of this class, we're going to look at how organizations try and regulate that through policy, particularly at the intercollegiate athletics level, because organizations have more control there generally, whereas at the professional level, you're getting into collective bargaining agreements that could impact what an organization can do, but definitely something that a lot of organizations are thinking about, because it's very easy for a PR issue to happen via social media. And not just from what an athlete or a coach might say, but even just those running team accounts. There's a lot of issues that have been created as well. And then finally, what we'll look at towards the end of the course is using social media in terms of career development in sport, or a career path in sports. So there's a lot of people who work in sports who are on social media, primarily Twitter, but also LinkedIn. These individuals are very connected. They talk to one another, and at the same time, they're very open to talking to students. So if you are interested in working in sport, whether that's in social media or something connected to social media in sport, like public relations, marketing, communications, or if you just want to work in sports law, sports finance, operations, there are people in that field in sport on social media, and it's a great way for you to start building relationships and connecting with those individuals, because as some of you probably know, working in sports is very much about who you know, because there are so many people that want to do it. So the more you can build your network, that gives you the advantage, because there are people then who know you versus you're just a resume sitting on someone's desk. So definitely looking forward to your thoughts as we move throughout the course. In this initial unit, we're going to kind of just look at just generally how social media has influenced sport. You'll need to complete 2 discussion forums in this unit. You'll introduce yourself to the rest of the class and to myself, and then you'll also, complete a discussion forum that talks about, how social media is influencing sport. So the initial deadlines for your initial post is Saturday, May 20th. At 11:59, and then you'll need to have your 2 response posts in to other students or myself by Monday, May 22nd at 11:59. So please reach out and don't hesitate to let me know if you have questions. Also, make sure and follow the course hashtag on Twitter, which is hashtag SandersonSM. Just a really great way for me to get information to you and pass along stories and news that's relevant as we move throughout the course. So I will hopefully talk to you soon. Thanks.